Hello everyone, welcome back to Sketchbook Tour number 47. So I have some stickers up here, Alice in Wonderland, and a sticker I got from an aquarium, but it's scratched off. That's great. Ignore the TV in the background. You can hear it. Here's my starter page. This was done in about a month. And I did a picture of myself, and then I did like a warning. So, warning: this book contains sketches of adult themes, sexual themes, cursing, blood, murder, gore, cannibalism, nudity. That's probably not true, but like I just put that there because that's how usually most sketchbooks end up. So here we have a picture of Matthew and Joel. Sorry, my voice is like a little shot because I'm recovering from a cold. And then I did an OC challenge, and we did my favorite OC, which is Liam, and then I did my first OC. I'm like guessing she was my first. I never really came back to Diamond. I had to like search through my sketchbooks to find like her older design. I did fix it up a little bit, but I don't really use her anymore. And then my latest OC was Bramble at the time, and then there's me, and then there's the hardest to draw, which is Demonica, and then easiest to draw will be Mercy Stars. And then I did your OC and Without Trauma trend. I did with Andreas, his past self and his current self. Then I did a little how insecure are you with him. And then I was digging through some of my old sketchbooks and binders, and I found this old comic I did. I don't know where it is, but let me go see if I can find it. This is take 2 of this part because for some reason the first part got deleted. Anyway, what I was saying was that I couldn't not find the old comics. It's probably somewhere buried in my room. I just don't have the energy right now to look for them. So anyway, the story is there's these 2 sisters moving to the country with their parents from the city, and Molly gets kidnapped by a fairy, and Rose has to go into the Fae realm to find her and bring her back. And then I was doing the concept art for the fairy, but it just stopped. I lost motivation for drawing her. I probably will go back and draw her again. But she's supposed to be like a morning glory and a bee combined. And then I have some Jason and Martha art. His name's cut off from the frame. And then I have some J sketches from Pinterest because I was facing some art block. Then I have some Children of the Night OCs, my vampire children. We have Sam, and then we have Vincent, and then we have Lillimore. And then we have Vincent and Ben Hornhill, Vincent, Ben Hornhill, and Miss Grace. Vincent's the main character, if you have not guessed already. And then I did some fays. This one's supposed to be like a hummingbird. This one's supposed to be like a sheep. I was going to color them, but I just never did. And then I have some Night Star, my dragon character. I have a full sketch of him, some tiny sketches, another tiny sketch, and then him and his boyfriend Storm. And then we have some more Storm and Night Star. And then I think I also had art block, that's why I drew that. And then I have another Night Star in a dress, the Pinterest challenge. And then we have Soraya. Okay, Soraya. I can never pronounce any of these names right. And then I have this like unfinished project, because of course I have another unfinished project. But anyway, I was going to I had this idea where I was going to draw like all the title pages for these novels, for my stories that I wanted to write. So I was like doing the concept for Where the Shadows Took You, and I was doing Tyler like laying down in a field of flowers, and I started it, but I never finished it. I will definitely come back and finish it, but I was too lazy to before I could post this video. So, and then we have more Soraya and her girlfriend June, her and her sword. She's part of this group of warrior women called the Guardians who work under the god of war, Aiden, and she's like the leader. And she's just a common thief. And I have some Martha. And then I was gonna do drawing characters in the rainbow. So we have red. For red we have corpse, and then orange we have the god of fire. And I was gonna do the god of light for yellow, but I just never did. I think it's because I haven't really come up with a good design for him, so I never finished that. And then for green we have Caspian, and then blue we have Alex, and then purple we have Jewel, because of course we do. And then I was doing some sketches for the carnival, for the Freaks Carnival, which is basically this circus of people who sold their soul to this demon to either escape their past life, or like just forget their past life. Just like, anyway, their reasons can be different. And these two are sisters called Daydream and Nightmare. And then we have Alex. I love him so much. He is obviously the main face of the circus. Out of all these characters, his design has not changed. Well, yeah, his pants became different, but other than that, his design has not changed. Like, ever since I first drew him, his design has not changed these past, like, several years I've had him. And then we have Ender. Then we have Lucy. Her design has kind of changed. Ender's design is probably the one who's changed the most. And then we have Moonlight and Moondusk, who are twin sisters, like acrobats. I have a video on them if you wanna. And then we have Jester. His design changed a lot. Like, out of all of them, his design probably changed the most. And then we have Tessa, who was the fortune teller and probably like the weirdest one out of all of them. And I just did some junk sketches. We have Philip and Jessica, and then we have Jason and Levi. And I did a little Sans. And then we have some Jason and Martha. And then I was bored, so I did this little sketch of the Everdawn Academy crew. So we have Dean, Derek, Walter, Robert, Joel, Matthew, and Light. And then we have Water Lily and a jar, or a vase, or whatever that's called. And then more Water Lily. Then we have some more Water Lily sketches, her with her eyes her revealed, and then her as a human. And then just a lazy sketch of her as a mermaid. And then we have more Children of the Night. We have Sam, Vincent, and Suki. And then we have Crystal, my alien boy. Yes, that is a boy. I know it looks like a girl. That's supposed to be like that. Because on his planet, the genders are swapped. So girls will like it also. I don't know. I probably explained in a past video his lore. So if you want to go through that, you can. And then I was gonna draw all my OCs, but I didn't. Because I did not want to. But basically, it's the ABCs as my OCs. We have Andreas, Bella, Caspian, Derek, Eclipse, Gloria, Hornet, Ivan, Jay, Katarina, Light, Mercy Stars, Nick, Ophelia, Pearl, Quinn, Raven, Steam, Suki, Vincent, Yuki, and then that's it. That's all I could think of for the gems. And then we have Serene, his old design. And then we have Derek, the god of witchcraft. Or one of his outfits, anyway. And then we have more Derek, and then we have some Light. And then just a little drawing of Light and Derek. Because even though if they don't get married, they do have a child together in the future, so I like to draw them on the same page. And then we have some Light Angel. And we have some Cameron and Jenna. he's a shifter, which means they're like people, they're like silkies basically. They can shift between an animal, mostly a forest animal, and a human with their fur. And she's just a queen of a random human city, random human kingdom. And then I do the god of fire, and then the god of water. Because boyfriends. And then I did more god of fire and water. And then I did this drawing of him, and I hate it so much. His arm is wacky, and I hate it so much. That's why I didn't color it, because I didn't like it. And then I have some Liam Afterlife. And then I did some Matthew and Jewel. And then I did me. And here's where I was drawing a new OC. I called her Ophelia. She's a vampire. And if anyone knows that song, her name is Lola and stuff like that. That's basically what she's inspired by. Like just old pop star and stuff. And then I did some more Ophelia. Drinking wine glass, and then Kurt covered in blood because she's a vampire, so obviously. And then I did Jack, who is a shark folk. It's like a mermaid shark, basically. And then I was doing, oh, that's not good. But, anyway, I was doing, like, the personifications of phobias, so I did the personification of mirrors and ghosts. So I did this one, and I named her Glass. Just a lazy sketch. And then I did Serene and his, like, I guess the other one's, like, the start of his story, and this is him by the end of his story. So not that much of an upgrade, just his tail gets bigger, and he has his, like, new outfit, but that's it. And then I was doing some concept art for another story I was working on. And here's the main character of that story. His name is Ace. It's inspired by Alice in Wonderland. So if you've seen my other video on sketchbook number 30, you'll get the backstory of like this sort of, or like the concept for it. That's him. He's like Alice, basically. And then here's where I was like writing down all my OCs. So here we have all my OCs under the element of fire. All my OCs under the element of water. All my OCs under the element of earth. All my OCs under the element of air. Under spirit. And then under humans. And then we move on to a sketch I did with just markers and pen of Serene, and then I did a Serene and Jack because they're boyfriends. And then I did, I tried to do like a sketch of red, but I didn't really like the colors I chose. I liked his design, I just didn't like the colors, so I did a redo of him and his girlfriend, Rosemary. I like these colors better. And then we have more Cameron and Jenna. Here's them colored. I like the fact that she's divorced before she met him, and she has a 16-year-old son named Elisa. Not Elisa. No, I'm saying that wrong. Shoot. It starts with an E. I don't know why I said Elisa. It's not Elisa. And then I did a redesign of my Alien OC Spot. It's like a star creature, basically. He takes care of planets. Then I did Occam, my Yandere. It's him and Hans. Hans is my friend's OC. We ship our OCs together sometimes. So he also has multiple personality disorder. So like when his eyes are covered, he's Occam, and when his eyes are revealed or like crazed like this, he's Essie, which is his original name, but I changed it to Occam, so it's two different personalities. Essie is like a defense mechanism, basically. That's probably not like accurate to different multiple personality disorder, so please don't take that as a medical thing, but that's just my interpretation of it. And then I did my OC Venom. I spelled his name wrong. Don't worry about it. Then him and eating. His backstory is pretty sad. And then his first ever picture of him. And then his redesign. He didn't change that much. And then I did the Titans. So here's Steam, the Titan of Fire. Titans are like huge. So like these are humans compared to him. Compared to the Titans. He's just resting in a pool of lava. And his skin is lava, basically. I was trying to like do like a lava lamp effect. I don't know if I did it right or not. You guys tell me. And then Pearl, the Titan of Water. I think her design is one of my favorites. And then we have Blossom, the Titan of Earth. And then we have the Titan of Air, Sky. And then we have Ghost, the Titan of Spirits. And we have the Goddess of Oaths, who is a stone statue. And then this new OC I made, based off Cult of the Lamb and the game Reanimal, if you've ever played that game. I recommend playing that horror game, and Cult of the Lamb. Those two are great games. Basically, what happened was this cult wanted to bring back their old leader, so they did a ritual where they sacrificed a lamb and a human child. He's 13. He was 10 years old at the time. At the same time, they combined their blood to bring back their leader, and they threw their body, the lamb and the kid, down the well. But instead of resurrecting the leader, they resurrected the people they sacrificed, and they came back as this person named Jonah, who is this demon. Him in his normal form, and then him in his demon form. He has 2 mouths, and he also has 2 hearts, because basically the lamb and the child combined. So that's why he has like some lamb features, like his feet, his ears, his eyes, and well, yeah, obviously. And yeah, he's a cannibal, basically. And then we have Priscilla, who's Joel's mother. And then, I'm probably gonna have to blur this out because for their protective reasons, but I did, draw a poster for a musical I was in. And then we have Derek, the god of witchcraft again. And this is his god form that I did. He wears different outfits, but this is mostly his main form. And then we have Leaf, the king of fairies. And we have a musical OC that I made. I named him Needle. I'll probably change his design in the future, but this is what I have so far. He's a vegetarian. It's just like that detail. And then we have my Gorgon OC. Haba. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's Japanese for snake. And that's his teenager, and that's his adult. And he went through something very traumatic, and it turned him into a monster. So, villains aren't born, they're made, basically. And then here's a Travis sketch, and then here's a Joel sketch that that's it. I didn't really feel like drawing anything else after that, because I came up with art block. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.